Alright, this is my travel vlog. I'm setting out from the Quick Trip on Ward Parkway next to my parents' house. That's State Line Road right there, so I am technically in Missouri here. Once I get out to State Line, I'll be in Kansas. I'm doing a road trip across Kansas to my new home in Colorado Springs, visiting various haunted locations, cryptid spots, stuff like that. Goodbye, Missouri. I'm officially in Kansas. My first stop will be Stull, Kansas, rumored to be the gateway to hell. I'll do a little video there. I will see y'all there. I'm hoping y'all can hear. My Jeep's a little bit loud, but I am headed down US 40 towards Stull Road. Cows. US 40 is actually closed after Stull Road, but that's fine because Stull Road is where I'm going. Just west of Lawrence, Kansas. There's some rain, but we should be okay. Wanted to take a second to tell y'all about the vehicle that I'm in, if y'all don't already know. This is my 94 Jeep XJ Cherokee. I've got it absolutely loaded down with everything I own right now. I'm driving out to Colorado Springs. It is nearly 250,000 miles on the clock. 1 year older than I am. And I love this thing so much. This is the biggest road trip I've ever taken it on. I'm really hoping it goes well, knock on wood. Anyway, so up here is Old Stull Road. So I've got to find the turnoff. Sheep. I think up here should be Old Stull Road anyways. It's kind of a tongue twister. Let us see. I don't see any signage, but I think this is it. It's marked as County Road N1600. I hope this is it. I might turn off the camera to check maps real fast, but I should be coming up on the graveyard if so. So stop one on my journey across Kansas. I'm in the tiny town of Stull, Kansas, just outside of Lawrence. This is pretty much what there is at the town. There's the new church. There used to be an old church on a hill, I think back there. A couple of houses and Stull Road, and that's it. This is the somewhat legendary Stull Cemetery, and it is a cemetery that is maybe more legendary than it should be. There's hundreds of cemeteries just like it throughout Kansas. I've got relatives buried in several of them. In fact, I'm pretty sure I have relatives buried here. I'm going to see if I can find my a great aunt's grave of mine. But one of the things about this cemetery is that there have been rumors going back to the 1970s that the devil appears in this cemetery. One of the sources of the rumors is this gravestone right here for a woman named Anna Wittich, which resembles the name witch. It's a silly connotation. I believe this up here is where the old church used to be. The church was struck by lightning and collapsed about 20 years ago. It's not there anymore. Deester, I have relatives named Dieter. That's not quite it, but it's close. So, part of the mythos around the town of Stull, it's largely college town rumor. People say that the name of the town was originally Skull, Kansas. That's not actually true. Right here you can see the Stull family has been in this area for a while. There's some more Stulls here. Zella Stull, Casey Stull. So that's a big thing, is like so many other cemeteries like this throughout Kansas, this is just a family cemetery. So I understand why they don't want it being a tourist attraction. I'm looking for a couple of last names. I'm looking for Teeter or Dieter. I'm looking for Jones. I'm looking for... I don't think there would be any Baumgartners here. But I do have family in this area, so I do believe that I have family buried at this cemetery. I just should have checked Find a Grave before I came out here. That's all Hildebrands, and this is the way they do it too. You'll notice that a lot of these Hildebrands back here, Pierce's, Wolfkins, Mosses, they'll have their family plots. So if you do come out here, it's usually not open like this. Just be very respectful of the fact that you're at a graveyard. It is gorgeous out here. So as far as I can tell, doing some reading on the subject, the town of Stull was founded by, it was originally called Deer Creek, and it was founded by a small group of German settlers back in the 1890s. In 1899, the town received its first post office, and Deer Creek was renamed after its first postmaster, whose last name was Stull. He's buried right over there. The cemetery is named after him as well. There's a persistent rumor that the name was originally Skull, Kansas. That's just not true at all. Nobody really cared about Stull, Kansas for 70 years or so. But about 10 miles that way is Lawrence, Kansas, and Lawrence is a college town. At some point in the 1970s, there got to be this rumor that at the old chapel, the devil would appear at midnight on Halloween. And at first it was just like a couple of drunk college kids coming out here like, oh, we're going to go see the devil. He's going to appear at the old cemetery in Stull on Halloween. It was Beringer. But it got to be more and more and more, to the point where they were saying he would appear right here in the church. And I believe it was 80-something. Over 200 students gathered here on Halloween night expecting the devil to appear. And they had the camera, news crews, they had the Douglas County Sheriff's Department was out here. They had a huge thing. And at some point, people from the church came and at about 11:30 told everybody to leave. So since the church owns the cemetery, they were officially declared trespassers, and everybody had to leave at about 11:30, 30 minutes before the devil was supposed to show up. That only led to the myth getting even bigger, because people said that the people at the church were covering up the devil's appearance. So the next year, even more people came out. Here he is, actually. Isaac Stull, the original postmaster. So the next year, even more people came out. And it was 500 people here. And they had to, again, shut it down, trespass everybody. And the next year, they actually erected this fence around the cemetery. It was originally open. and they actually posted an armed guard at the gate so that nobody could get in on Halloween night, because people were vandalizing gravestones, people were leaving trash. It was a whole mess. So the people of Stull have long hated the rumor that there's a gateway to hell here. So, long story short, my verdict, I'm going to head back to the car and continue my long drive, because I have a long drive today. But long story short, my verdict is, by all means, there's a lot of these cool old cemeteries out here. Come visit Stull, Kansas. But be respectful. Don't make a mess. And if the gate's locked, view it from the street. I was lucky that the gate was open today, so I was able to come visit. My next stop is I'm getting lunch with a friend in Topeka, and then I'm heading to Inman Lake to look for Sinkhole Sam. So that'll be my next stop. My verdict on Stull: probably no more or no less haunted than any other small cemetery.